Stupid show tonight, man. Stupid show tonight. Stupid. Name my topic tonight is called chaos, chaotic, chaos, crap, and cluster. And what was it again? Yeah, chaos, crap, and cluster in Columbus. Is Night of Champions gonna be? Is Night of Champions gonna be good? Any good this Saturday night? I'm gonna give all you my predictions. Before I do, I'm gonna open the show with a little bit of music. Open up the show with two songs. Since all of you know that today's the 30th anniversary of the Disney animated movie Pocahontas, I'm gonna show the movie's 30th anniversary. There's a little songs from the movie soundtrack. Just Brown the River Band, sung by Judy Collins, sing the voice of Pocahontas, and If I Never Knew You, sung by John Cicada and Shanice. So stick around, be right back. Let me get the music playing. I'll be right back. My review. Yep. All you just heard that those are two jingles. All you just heard from Pocahontas soundtrack. For its 30th anniversary today. Just around the river band. And If I Never Knew You. So let's get down with tonight's terrible show. All of you. Let's get down with tonight's terrible show. I've been hearing a rumor that they would be canceling Night of Champions this Saturday night because they've that's why I hear they'll be canceling it. That's a rumor. They might cancel this Saturday because I think probably because of the terrorist attacks and all that stuff. A lot of superstars, I don't know why WWE had to put that event in Saudi Arabia for the Rocky terrorists to shoot some of the stars of WWE. So let's get back. By the way, breaking news to all of you. Next month, Monday Night Raw will have a special start time at 6 p.m. Breaking news to all of you: 6 p.m. Monday Night Raw will be a special start time at 6 p.m. It'll be a Sunday. It will be a Monday evening Raw. Unbelievable, stupid. This is crazy. They're really desperate. They are really desperate this time. Some breaking news for all of you, right there. Okay, then now. Forever Together, WWE video leads us into the show. A shown drop of Columbus, Ohio is shown, and we see outside of the arena, nationwide arena. Former World Wrestling Entertainment World Champion Jey Uso is shown entering the arena, and the camera cuts to Cody Rhodes in a suit walking backstage. Cut to Roxanne Perez and Finn Balor talking and inside the arena. Her opponent, Jade Cargill, is also shown as the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch. The camera cuts to Bayley on her phone backstage. Now we see this segment. Seth Asshole Rollins, the Walrus Paul Heyman, Braun Dickhead Breaker, and Huge Prick Bronson Reed. Live at the arena, a drone shot leads us to the concession stand and towards the entrance ramp as Seth's music hits, and out comes Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. The assholes. Seth welcomes everyone to Monday Night Raw. Seth asks the fans what they want, as they have been giving him mixed signals. Some fans chant CM Punk. Seth tells them exactly. He says 1 minute they are chanting for CM Punk, next minute is OTC. The one after they are barking for the dog, and after that they are singing the song. Seth tells them they have no idea what they want, and he doesn't care about what they want. Seth tells them they don't know what is good for them, so they need people like him to tell them what is good for them. Seth says he wants to try an experiment. He says even the things they think they want because of him. He says Roman Reigns exists because of him. CM Punk says he came back to WWE because the fans chanted his name. Seth says CM Punk is back in WWE because this company wanted to cash in on how much Seth hates CM Punk. And that is the truth. Cody Rhodes and the American Nightmare. Seth says there is no second coming of Cody Rhodes, unless he is there to put him on the map. World Championship, he was first. NXT Championship, he was the first. Those things exist as they are because he built them in his image. He is the creator, he is the past, the present, and this is the future of this company. Seth put his arm around Heyman and says they don't know a thing or two about revolutions. Seth says every revolution faces opposition, and he will deal with that diplomatically until that opposition pushes him and forces his hand. And that is what happened to LA Knight. Seth says LA Knight stuck his nose in their business and he got into a tsunami. Got a tsunami after tsunami for his troubles. And after a few minutes time, his big dog Braun Breaker has the opportunity to do the same thing to another person who has been a thorn in their side, Penta. Seth says there's a lot of people who think they have what it takes to exist at the very top. Champions like John Cena and Gunther, and their representative challengers just like CM Punk Goldberg, of those left in the King of the Ring, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, and Randy Orton. But what they fail to understand is that they are all running a race for second place. Seth points to this Money in the Bank briefcase and says that is the finish line, the end game, and it has to always will be Seth freaking Rollins. Penta's music hits and out he comes to the ring. Commercial break. Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman versus Penta. The bell rings are underway. Penta to the ropes, and the Hurricane takes Braun down. He gets Braun up in a Penta with a springboard crossbody. A kick to the side of the head, and Braun is down in the corner. Penta with a double kick, and Braun rolls to the outside of the ring. Penta to the ropes, but Braun gets in the ring and backdrops him. Braun stomps on Penta and he lifts him. He lifts and he hits and he lifts, hit him up, landing a suplex. Braun grabs Penta, but Penta with the right hands. Penta to the ropes, but Braun with a Brat Breaker. He goes to a cover, but Penta kicks out. Braun throws Penta to the ropes, but Braun to the ropes, and he lands on a clothesline. Braun places Penta on the top rope and he hits him with a right hand, dropping Penta on the ring apron. Braun on the second rope, but Penta with a chops to the chest. He gets in the ring, landing on a Hurricane. Penta with a super kick, but Braun stays on his feet. Penta runs towards Penta, but Penta lowers to the top rope, but Braun to the outside. Penta jumps to the outside, but Braun catches him. Penta lands on his feet and pushes Braun to the ring post. Penta back in the ring, and he runs to the ropes, and he lands on senton onto Braun to the outside of the ring. Back from the commercial, Braun throws Penta into the turnbuckle with Penta with an elbow to the face. Penta runs towards Braun, but Braun lifts him up and drops him onto his knees. He goes for the cover, but Penta kicks out. Braun throws him to the ropes, but Penta with a kick to the leg. Penta with a chops to the chest, followed by a fisherman suplex. Cover. But Braun kicks out. Penta climbs to the top rope. Braun goes to a Frankensteiner off the top rope, but he can't make the jump and slips down. Braun gets back up, and he lands on Frankensteiner. He goes up to the cover, but Penta kicks out. Braun to the ropes, but Penta with a kick to the face. He goes for the Mexican Destroyer. Braun blocks it, but Penta with a DDT. Penta with a Mexican Destroyer. He goes to the cover, but Braun kicks out. Penta to the top to the ropes. He lands a kick. Penta to the top ropes. He goes for a springboard off the second rope, but Braun with a spear in midair. He goes for the cover. He gets the pin. Winner, Braun Breaker. This was garbage. Complete garbage right here. BS, in my opinion. BS. And out comes Seth Rollins And Bronson Reed, after the match, to celebrate with Breaker. Seth approaches the ring and tells Penta, "This is your warning. Stay out of my way." Yes, Seth. Whatever, Seth. You egomaniacal piece of shit. You asshole. And you and your bimbo wife, Becky, that is. Go ahead and act like an ass all you want, Seth. Do like you did, just like you did with the like you did like you do for 10 years ago with the Authority. You're gonna get. I mean, this is just really shitty tonight. This segment tonight. I mean, the WWC Triple H is doing a terrible job with. I mean, I don't know why in the world they're doing it with Penta. I mean, I know who does Seth Rollins think he is. Think he's all that and all this shit. I mean, he makes me sick. I think he's a bad father in my opinion. No offense. And a bad husband. No offense. And no offense to Becky. We cut to last Monday's Raw and we see Liv Morgan getting injured. Graves mentions that Liv will miss several months worth of action. We cut to Adam Pearce, who is backstage talking on the phone to Nick Aldis, but in comes AJ Styles. Pearce tells AJ that Dom is hurt and the match of Night of Champions is off. AJ tells him that Dom is ducking him and leaves the room. In come New Day, who tell him that they have an idea for a photo shoot. He tells them they want to talk about a match next week against Finn Balor and JD McDonough, and it's official. They get pissed off, angry, and storm off. So that means we got two people from Ellen Judgment that are injured. I mean, first Liv Morgan, and now Dum Dum. It's weird, isn't it? Then we go to commercial break. Michael Cole and Goldberg have a sit-down interview. We cut to a pre-recorded sit-down interview between Michael Cole and Goldberg. He tells Cole that there is no way he was going to let Gunther disrespect him. And let disrespect him fly. He took his family and friends to trying to relax, not worry about anything. But he steps into a verbal assault from Gunther. He says the lack of respect that night was unbelievable. Gunther disrespected him in front of his wife and son and fans in adopted hometown of Atlanta. Goldberg says he was not going to let that slide. He was not going to get revenge. He doesn't care if he has one foot in the grave and no one will talk to him like that and get away with it. And well, that's nothing compared to what some of the comments I've been saying about Seth Rollins and Becky. To all of you who are watching this video, it's nothing compared to what I said. Some of the things I said about Becky and Seth and Becky. And let me continue reading. Gunther will put himself in a spot of wanting a match. And Gunther said Gunther was not going to get away with it. He's going to make him pay. He's going to beat the fuck out of Gunther at Saturday Night's Main Event. We cut to Corey Graves and Michael Cole, and Cole states that he asked Goldberg if that match is his life match ever. Goldberg told him it is. Cole asked Goldberg what would happen if he wins his title in this final match. Goldberg told him it's an interesting dilemma. No, this is going to be a terrible match. I mean, I don't know why why Triple H, CO, and TKO brought Goldberg back. I mean, Goldberg is one of my favorite athletes, but I don't know why they brought him back. I mean, Gunther's going to retain. And who knows? Who knows? At Saturday Night's Main Event, that Seth Rollins probably might cash in at the time. Who knows? Judgment Day, now segment. We see the Judgment Day with Roxanne Perez backstage. Finn says Liv will not want them just sitting around. It's time for Dum Dum to get cleared. Finn tells Roxanne that she will go on to become queen of the ring. He and JD will become the new tag team champions next week, and Raquel is the women's tag team champions. Finn tells Raquel they need her as an enforcer, and the enforcer they know will make Rhea pay for what she did last week. Dum Dum says he misses Liv, and Roxanne puts her on her arm and tells him everything will be okay. She wishes her luck on the match. She thanks him and walks away. Now, I know some of the fans say, some of the people used to say that Dum Dum may cheat on Liv Morgan with Raquel. I mean, that Dum Dum. Some of you fans think that Liv is going to be very pissed off when she sees Dum Dum cheating on her with Roxanne, just like she did. Just like Dum Dum cheated on Rhea with Liv Morgan. Well, let me remind all of you that Liv Morgan was jealous of Roxanne she came to Judgment Day. Well, we all know Finn. Well, some of you know that. I didn't know that Finn Balor and Liv Morgan dating in real life. Dum Dum is married, and Rhea Ripley is married to Buddy Matthews. By the way, about Rhea, I heard well, I'm gonna get to the rest of my discussion tonight. See a commercial break. We see Bayley getting ready for a match, and in comes Lyra, who apologizes for last week. They briefly argue, and Bayley apologizes. She says this match tonight has been on her mind all week, and when she beats Becky tonight, Lyra will be the first in line for a title match. We see the Queen of the Ring tournament, Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez. The bell rings and we're underway. Roxanne out of the ring and walks around. She gets back in as they are about to lock up. She leaves the ring and gets on the ring apron, and the fans boo. Roxanne gets back in the ring and hits Jade with a slap, and she slides under the ropes to the outside. Jade to the outside, and she chases Roxanne. Roxanne back in the ring. Jade gets in, and Roxanne with a head lock. Jade throws her in the corner. Roxanne goes for a kick, but Jade blocks it. A right hand by Jade, and she lifts Roxanne and throws her back in the corner. Jade goes for a clothesline. Roxanne ducks, and she hits Jade with a right hand. Roxanne rolls back out and to the outside. Jade chases her, and both women are back in the ring. Roxanne to the ropes, but Jade picks her up and slams her onto the mat. A right hand by Jade, and Roxanne on the ring apron. She hangs Jade up on the second rope. Roxanne back in the ring. She runs to the ropes, but Jade with a back breaker. Jade starts to do some push-ups as Roxanne rolls to the outside. Jade chases her and lands a back elbow to the mouth onto Roxanne. She lifts her up on her shoulders, and Jade begins to walking up on the ring steps. But Roxanne lands on her feet and trips Jade up on the ring steel steps. Roxanne lands on a drop kick on Jade's leg, which hits the steel steps. Back from the commercial, Perez with a chop on the back of the leg. Perez with a springboard moonsault. She goes for the cover, but Jade kicks out. Roxanne with a sleeper on Jade, but Jade slams her onto the turnbuckle to break it up. Roxanne on the top rope, and she jumps, but Jade catches her and lands on a fallaway slam. Jade holding her left leg, but Jade with the right hands in a spine buster. Jade with a choke slam onto Roxanne. She goes for the cover, but Roxanne kicks out. Jade with a super kick onto Roxanne, and she goes for Jade, but Roxanne rolls her up and bridges into a cover, but Jade kicks out. Jade goes for a kick, but Roxanne ducks. Jade holds her leg, and Roxanne with a kick to the face. Roxanne with a slam followed by a double knee with double knees to the back of the neck. She goes for cover, but Jade kicks out. Right hands by Roxanne, but Jade gets to her knees. Roxanne goes for pot roast, but Jade gets out of it. And a kick to the face by Jade. and she power bombs her. Jade lifts Roxanne up and lands Jaded. She goes for a cover and gets the pin. Winner is Jade Cargill. So now it's going to be Asuka versus Jade Cargill in the final corner Queen of the Ring tournament. Jade walks towards the crown and that ramp is on. Asuka's music hits. Out she comes face to face wearing a mask, and she looks at Jade as both of them go face to face. Now, this wasn't really good at match. I mean, some people say this wasn't a really good match, but um, I know some of you people believe that might say that Jay kind of that Roxanne kind of deserved this, but Jay kind of deserved because Jay some of you some of you think Roxanne should do this, but not Jay, because somehow if Jay becomes the Queen of the Ring and faces off Tiffany Stratton for the SmackDown Women's title at SummerSlam, she might Naomi might cash in on her at SummerSlam, become the new SmackDown Women's Champion, and then they'll shit on over Naomi. And some of you think Roxanne kind of deserves this match, but I think they're really kind of shitting on Jade Cargill because she's a newcomer from the WWE, because she's came from AEW. Back from the break, back from commercial, Sheamus with the Alpha Academy and Natalya. In comes Rusev, who gets in the face of Sheamus. These two have a history together, these two. Rusev tells him that he knows he does damage in the ring like a god, while Sheamus does it backstage like a snake. Sheamus says he was nothing in League of Legends and is tired of talking. He tells Rusev it's time to put up or shut up. Rusev tells him he will make him remember this and walks away. Gunther promo on Goldberg. Out comes World Heavyweight Champion Gunther into the ring. He begins by saying that last week he was supposed to celebrate regaining the World Heavyweight Championship, but Goldberg came out and told him that he was next. Gunther says he did a lot of thinking. He thought about what it means to be next. Usually means being speared 1, 2, 3. That's it. He says Goldberg is the most destructive man of his generation, but it's not 1999 anymore. It's 2025 right now, and he is the guy. Well, Gunther got a little bit of a point right there. And someone should tell Seth Rollins the same thing, that it's not 2014, it's 2025. I don't know why they had to put that Money in the Bank briefcase on him again. Gunther, because we all know when he's going to cash in on both Gunther and Goldberg at Saturday Night's Main Event. Gunther says he is the best professional wrestler in the company, and the title proves it. But there is nothing Goldberg can say that will change his perception of him. In that perception, he sees as a 50-year-old one-trick pony that cannot lace his boots. Gunther apologizes to Goldberg's wife and the son for everything he's going to do to that man used to be Goldberg. He says he is not like anyone ever he stepped in the ring with. It is his responsibility to make sure that legacy of the myth of Goldberg forever dies. He drops the microphone and leaves the ring. Terrible promo. You always see this next segment here: Becky Lynch, Sami Zayn, and Karrion Kross. Jackie Redmond is backstage with Becky Lynch. She tells Jackie she just saw Bayley and Lyra conspire against her, and she walks away. She stops Sami Zayn and she asks him how he's processing his loss from SmackDown. Before Zayn can speak, in comes Karrion Kross and Scarlett. He tells Zayn he believed what he said last week, but what happened was that Zayn wrestled the Viper and he lost. He tells Zayn that Zayn will never be world champion. Zayn looks at him and he tells him okay, and he admits it, and he hits him with the right hand. He tells Cross he is done talking to him, and he talked to Anna Pierce. Their match is official. He tells Cross tick-tock and walks away. Scarlett and Cross look at each other and laugh. Cross tells her he got him. I say yeah, on the promo from Gunther, it was good and bad in my opinion. Yeah, the promo was good. I mean, Gunther did a point made a little bit of point that it's not 1999, it's 2025 about Goldberg. Obviously, this little match right here, coming out the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, Becky Lynch versus Bayley. Yeah, the man whore, Becky Lynch versus Bayley. The bell rings and we're underway. Bayley gets in Becky's corner and hits her with her right hands. Bayley with an elbow to the back of Becky. She goes for another one, but Becky rolls her out of it and disarm her and goes for to disarm her. Bayley gets out of it. Bayley goes for a rose plant, but Becky trips her up. Becky on the ring apron, but Bayley hangs her up on the second rope, and Becky falls to the outside. Bayley sends Becky face first to the barricade and back into the ring. She climbs to the second rope and goes for a double axe, but Becky catches her arm. She goes for to disarm her, but Bayley with the right hand. Bayley climbs to the second rope, but Becky slams Bayley's arm onto the rope, and she falls to the outside. Back from commercial, Bayley with a running knee, followed by a modified side slam. She goes for cover, but Lynch kicks out. Bayley goes for belly to belly, but Lynch lands on her feet and lands on a back drop. Both women back up, and Bayley with a sunset flip into the turnbuckle. She goes for the cover, but Lynch kicks out. Bayley climbs the top rope, but Lynch with right hands. Lynch climbs to the second rope, and she lands a suplex. And she goes for an armbar and tries to go for to disarm her. But Bayley gets out of it. Bayley goes for the cover, but Lynch kicks out. Bayley gets Lynch in a half crab, but Lynch makes it to the ropes. Bayley with a forearm to the face, and both men exchange right hands, but Bayley with a manhandle slam. Lynch rolls out of the ring as Bayley was going for the cover. Bayley to the outside, but Lynch throws her over to the announce table. Lynch grabs steel chairs and she places them on top of Bayley. Lynch gets back into the ring, but out comes Lyra, who tries to help Bayley up. Lynch comes to the outside and she hits Lyra with a right hand. Lynch back in the ring. Lynch back in the ring. Lyra on the ring apron. Bayley pulls Lyra down and gets on the ring apron. Lynch knocks her down, and Lynch with a baseball slide on to Lyra. Bayley throws Lynch over in the announce table. She grabs her and throws her into the ring post. She throws Lynch into the barricade and back into the ring. Bayley climbs to the top rope, but in comes Lyra, who hits Lynch with the right hands, and the referee calls for the bell. Winner by the squad DQ, Becky Lynch. Bayley gets very pissed off at Lyra and they argue in the ring with Lynch smiling at ringside. Yeah, had that little smirk on your face all you want. Becky. Because if you would have never had that Intercontinental Champ title and cheated, Lyra will still be Intercontinental Champion right about now, and you would have stirred a pot between them. But Bayley has no right to be mad pissed off because Bayley It's kind of old news right now. She had every title opportunity in why WWE's already fucking up Lyra Valkyrie as it is already. I know what, and I think I mean, the hate against Lyra is really stupid. I mean, I don't know what did Lyra ever do to the fans? I'm siding with Lyra Valkyrie on this. I'm gonna go with Lyra Valkyrie on this because both Becky and Bailey are kind of old news. They've been in the women's division since they've been popular since 2014. And this is 2025. Being popular. It's been 10 years since they became popular. This is 2025 now. Both neither Becky or Bailey deserve to be women's Intercontinental champion. It should be Lyra Valkyrie. And the women's division. The women's Intercontinental title is already shitty as it is. It's already garbage. The women's division in WWE is just getting weak and weak. Commercial break. Chad Gable's with Ivy now. Gable motivates her and Gable sees Penta. He tells Penta that it was a pleasure to watch Braun Breaker destroy him early tonight. Penta pushes him. Gable goes for a right hand. Penta ducks and Penta snaps and snaps Gable's arm. In comes WWE officials to break it up. Yeah, Gable deserved that. Gable really deserved that. Should never ran his mouth. Big mistake, Gable. Big mistake. Raquel Rodriguez comes out to the ring and she looks very pissed off, angry. She tells Rhea that she can drag her out there with her nose to the ring, or she can come out and get her beating. Rhea's music hits, and out she comes marching to the ring. Rhea gets in the ring and hits Raquel with right hands. A big boot by Rhea, and Raquel rolls to the outside of the ring. Rhea to the outside, but Raquel spears her into the ring apron, and she throws her over to the timekeeper's area. Rodriguez pulls the table from under the ring. Raquel turns around, and Rhea climbs to the announce table. He hits her with a right hand, and she throws Raquel into the ring steps, and she sets up the table up in the ring. Rhea goes for the riptide through the announce table, but out comes Roxanne Perez. Rhea lifts her and slams her face first onto the turnbuckle. Rhea turns around and hits Raquel with her. Raquel hits her with a Tejada bound through the table. Then we go to the commercial break. Adam Pearce is backstage, and in comes Rhea Ripley. She tells him she wants Raquel Rodriguez and tells her she has Raquel as Rhea. Tells him it's official and walks away. King of the Ring match, Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso. The bell rings and we're underway. Both men shake hands and Cody throws Jey to the ropes, but Jey with a shoulder tackle. Jey gets back up, but Cody trips him up. Both men back to their feet. Cody with an arm bar, and he throws Jey to the ropes. But Jey with a hip toss. Cody back up and Cody with a hip toss. Both men back up to their feet. Then we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Cody with a figure four on Jey, but Jey gets to the ropes. Jey grabs Jey by the leg, but Jey with a kick to the side of the head, and a right hand by Jey. But Cody with right hands. Cody to the ropes, but Jey with a Samoan drop. He goes for the cover, but Cody kicks out. Jey with a sleeper, but Cody gets to his feet. Gets Jey on his back and throws him to the outside of the ring. Cody to the ropes. He goes for a suicide dive, but Jey with a right hand. Jey gets on the top rope, but Cody with a right hand. Cody climbs to the top rope and he lands on a suplex. Back from the commercial, Cody and Jey exchange right hands in the ring. Jey with a right hand, but Jey with a shoulder tackle. Cody goes for a snap power slam, but Jay doesn't budge. And Jay with a snap power slam. Jay goes for the crossroads, but Cody gets out of it and lands the Cody cutter. He goes for the cover, but Jay kicks out. Cody goes for a disaster kick. Jay ducks and he lands on a spear. He goes for the cover, but Cody kicks out. He goes for another spear, but Cody with a kick, and Cody jumps off the top rope. He lands on a Cody cutter. He goes for the cover, but Jay kicks out. Cody to his feet. He goes for the crossroads, but Jay reverses it into the crossroads. He goes for the cover, but Cody kicks out. Jay gets to his feet and he kicks Cody in the face. Jay with another kick. He throws Cody to the top ropes and hits him with a spear. Jay climbs to the top rope, but Cody gets to his feet and he lands a cutter off the top rope. Cody with crossroads. He goes for cover and gets the pin. Winner Cody Rhodes. So it'll be Cody Rhodes against Randy Orton in the final King of the Ring. Both Cody and Jay are face to face and they shake hands after the match. You know, I kind of felt sorry for Jey Uso a little bit. Jey Uso, you should have won this match. I mean, because Triple H is in WWE and not doing a good job I mean, as for Rikishi's son, he's not happy. But Jay should have had this. I mean, if Jay would have won this match, it would have been, if you would have been King of the Ring, you would have faced off against either Gunther or I don't know, Gunther, probably John Cena. This was just tonight was just a weak show night. I mean, just completely garbage. I mean, Night of Champions will not be good. I mean, I don't know why in the world. I mean, I know what they. I mean, it's a shame that they cancel the match. Cancel a match between AJ Styles and and Dum Dum for the Intercontinental title match. And we're not gonna see that match. I mean, maybe we probably might see that match sometime soon. I mean, this is. I mean, I think Night of Champions will not be this good. This Saturday. Cause I bet you the why in the world they had to put Saudi Arabia. I know what's wrong with WWE's session with Saudi Arabia. I mean, they don't care if the superstars get shot by Arabic terrorists there. I mean, if any of the superstars get shot and killed, or the WWE superstars and female wrestlers get shot and killed at that event by Arab terrorists, you can all blame Triple H for this. Just like we blame his father-in-law, Mr. McMahon, for the Owen Hart's death. I know somehow he's gonna keep the show going, show running, like he did, like Vince McMahon had to let the show go on the air with Over the Edge '99 with the Owen Hart incident. So let's go. I'm going with my predictions for this Saturday's Night of Champions. Let's see. First one, a match. King of the Ring final tournament. The winners crown King of the Ring receives a match for the respective World Championship match at SummerSlam. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna say Randy Orton, because Randy Orton was never King of the Ring winner. Never a King of the Ring winner. I'm gonna say Randy Orton, but Cody Rhodes is a good athlete still. But I'm gonna say Randy Orton because he's never. I'm gonna say Randy Orton gets this because he was never a King of the Ring. He was never a King of the Ring winner. Never. But I bet you somehow come SummerSlam, um, when he faces off against against John Cena if he retains at Night of Champions. If it would be another SummerSlam match like they did in SummerSlam 2007, like they be a Cena and Orton all over again, like they again and again and again, like at some they fought before. Bet you'll be Cena and Orton at SummerSlam 2025. Better watch out for Cody for Seth piece of shit Rollins to cash in. Next one, Oscar versus Jade Cargill. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Oscar because WWE doesn't really care about Jade Cargill. They're really shitting on Jade Cargill because they're really shitting on Jade Cargill because she's the new, because Triple H is probably biased against AEW and Jade Cargill is from AEW in my opinion. But if Jade Cargill wins and she becomes the queen of the ring, it will be set now. Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. We better watch out for because that bullying who thinks she's caution running her bitch ass mouth Naomi is gonna cash in, and it's gonna be like 2000. It's gonna be like 2014 all began with Naomi, like with Team 2015 all began with Team Bad with her and Sasha Banks and Tamina. They saying unity and all that crap. Okay, let's see what's next. Next, I'm going to the street fight. The street fight for Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez street fight. I'm gonna say street fight. I'm gonna say I say Rhea Ripley, but I feel like might be some interference or somehow some interference. Probably Roxanne, maybe or something. Who knows? Now, let's see. Now singles match. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I'm gonna say Sami. Yeah, Sami. Now, I'm not gonna get to the rest of the other matches for John Cena versus CM Punk. Jacob Fatu for Soul Circle. That is just for the SmackDown brand. Wait, hold on, wait, the Raw, CM Punk, yeah, wait. Well, John Cena is a free agent, so he's on both Raw and SmackDown. So yeah, so I was just so let me start go with the Undisputed World Wrestling Entertainment title match. I'm gonna say see. I'm gonna say John CM Punk. I'm gonna CM Punk, but I feel like John Cena's gonna get this. But somehow I bet somehow Seth Rollins might cash in Saturday, and cash in and stuff like that, and becomes the new WWE champion, and shows you how we can see let Seth Rollins act like an ass like he did before, the Authority, dickhead, piece of shit. So that's it. I'll wrap it up for my those that got that all covered. Now it's time for something I like to do. I already know what it's time for.
The PBS Kids video app.
Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Really sorry about that. That little ad, all you just heard, little. Okay, here we go. All I know it's time for. It's time for Justin's timeline history, all the wrestling birthdays, pop culture history, and all that stuff. All you hear that thing from Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. I can't wait for its 40th anniversary. 1 week from this Thursday, July 3rd, 2004, because the movie was released July 3rd, 1985 in theaters nationwide. I can't wait for its 40th anniversary, man. I cannot wait. So let's go to Saturday, June the 21st. I don't want to send anything to load. Okay, let's see. Birthdays. Last Saturday was a happy birthday to would have been a happy was a last Saturday would have been a happy 70th birthday to Jay Youngblood. '70th birthday to Jay Youngblood. His real name is Steven Romero. He died of heart failure. He died on September 2nd, 1985. Died way too soon. He'd been 70 years old last Saturday. Brian Woman, better known as real name Matt Striker. This is a different kind of Matt Striker. He turned he turned 46 last Saturday. Okay, 1975, June 21st, 1975, Milwaukee Auditorium, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Bull Belinsky defeated Frank Hill. Jim Brazil and Karu Vazari, some of you know as the Iron Sheik, fought in a draw. Chris Taylor defeated Buddy Wolf. Billy Robinson defeated Ray Stevens by DQ. Ivan Putski defeated Bobby Heenan and Nick Bockwinkel in a handicap match. Dick Murdoch and Dusty Rhodes defeated Baron von Raschke and Kurt von Bronner. And let's see what else. Vince McMahon on Friday Night Titans. His guests was Laura Alfred Hayes. Guests include Junkyard Dog, Jimmy Hart, and Captain Lou Albano, and many more. And see and see what else. Okay, MSG show took place Madison Square Garden, May the 20th, Friday, June 21st, 1985, Madison Square Garden. Lenny Poffo, some of you know, is the Genius, late Lenny Poffo, Macho Man Randy Savage's brother, defeated Terry Gibbs. Tony Atlas defeated Matt Bourne, some of you know, was Doink the Clown. The Missing Link defeated Jose Luis Rivera. Jim Brunzell defeated the Moondog Spot. And the Macho Man Randy Savage defeated Rick McGraw. Adrian Johns defeated, and Big John Studd and Bobby the Brain Heenan defeated Barry Windham, George the Animal Steel, and Mike Rotunda, 6-person tag team match by DQ. Desiree Peterson defeated Judy Martin. King Kong Bundy defeated Tony Gurria. Rickety Dragon Steamboat defeated Greg the Hammer Vanacon by countout for the Intercontinental title. B. Brian Blair defeated Barry O by submission. Hulk Hogan defeated Don Morocco. Hulk Hogan defeated Magnificent Don Morocco in the eggnog match for the WWE title. Terrible match. And on that same day, in 1985, a couple of movies released in theaters on 1985, June 21st. Cocoon, starring very good movie, Don Amici, Wilford Brimley, Hoon Cronin, Brian Dennehy, Steve Gutenberg, late Jessica Tandy. It was directed by Ron Howard, director of Splash and Apollo 13. Very good movie. The Flash Green starring Ed Harris, Blair Brown. And Return to Oz, very good movie, Return to Oz, starring Fairuza Balk, Nicole Williamson, Jean Marsh, Piper Laurie, Matt Clark. Was released in theaters. And in 2005, and let's see, in sports. And get Detroit Pistons beat the San Antonio Spurs 95-86 in Game 6 of the 2005 NBA Finals on ABC. And let's see what else. I think that was his WWE debut. I mentioned the Macho Man Randy Savage and his ring debut back in MSG. I mentioned. Now let's go to birthdays for June the 22nd. Pop culture for June the 22nd. Oh, by the way, June 21st, 2015, we lost. There was a 10th anniversary of the passing of Cora Coombs. Some of you might know Cora Coombs. She was a survivor. She was of the Bully Wolf Troop. She died. She died on June 21st, 2015. She was born on March 17th, 2017. She died at the age of 88. Okay. Yesterday, yesterday was the 10th anniversary of the passing of Buddy Landell, who died of a car crash. Cyndi Lauper, who was Randy Whitner's manager, in the 80s, in WWE, she turned 72. She turned 72 years old yesterday. John Tenta, some of you know, was Earthquake and Typhoon. He would have been 62, 62 yesterday. And let's see. And let's see what else. Let's see anything else. Hulk Hogan defeated in Boston Garden, 1985, Boston Garden. Hulk Hogan defeated Big John Studd. And the movie was released in theaters June 22nd, 1955, called a Disney anime movie, one of the best Disney anime movies of all time, Lady and the Tramp. Okay, Monday Night Raw 2015. Kane defeated Dean Ambrose. The primetime players defeated The Ascension. Roman Reigns versus Sheamus ended in no contest. Neville defeated Kofi Kingston. King Barry defeated Zack Ryder. The Bellas twins, bringing Nikki with Alicia Fox, defeated Naomi and Tamina. Ryback and defeated Mark Henry. And Dolph Ziggler with Lana defeated Anna Rose with Rosa Mendez. And Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman addressed Lesnar's suspension, and he apologized to Michael Cole. And then, let's see, John Cena accepted Kevin Owens' challenge for the U.S. title at Battleground. And Seth Rollins then apologizes to the Authority. And he's an asshole like he was 14 years ago, by the way. Thinks I can say that to his face? Too bad. And let's see what else. Okay, 11:58 right now. See what else. In 2005, a little movie was released in theaters nationwide called Herbie for Love, starring Lindsay Lohan. Seen that, okay? Now let's go to June 23rd. Now today's. Okay, 11:58 right now. Okay, see. Okay. Today is a happy 10th birthday to King Maxwell, Max Hardy's son. Maxwell Hardy. He turns 10 years old today. So happy birthday to King Maxwell. He turns 10 years old. Matt Hardy's son. He turns 10 years old today. And today is a happy birthday to Cody Rhodes' wife, Brandy. She turns 42 today. Let's see. Billie Kay, she turns 35, 36. That's it, 36. She turns 36 today. Australian wrestler Billie Kay. And let's see what else. On this day, bam! I was hit 12 a.m. right now, June 24th. Okay, let me finish up now. NBA Finals 2005. Okay, June 23rd, 2005, Game 7. Okay, Detroit Pistons. San Antonio Spurs beat the Detroit Pistons 81-74, becoming the new NBA champions. The San Antonio Spurs becoming the NBA champions. Attendance was 18,907,797 were in attendance. When the finals 4-3 in the finals, they become the new NBA champions. The San Antonio Spurs 81-74. And Sean Marks became the first New Zealander to win a championship ring. See what else. Okay, in this day, 1995, one of my favorite movies released in theaters. I grew up watching a movie called Pocahontas, featuring the voices of Mel Gibson did one of the voices, and Irene Bidar did the voice of Pocahontas. Came out June 23rd, 1995, theaters nationwide. One of my favorite childhood movies. And now 2005 on SmackDown, 2005 June 23rd. Muhammad Hassan becomes the next gets drafted from SmackDown to Raw. Gets drafted from Raw to SmackDown, becoming a newcomer. And we see segment between Randy Orton and The Undertaker. And we see Joey in matches on Joey Mercury with Johnny Nitro Molina defeated Heinrich. By the way, wait, another piece of wrestling history. We got June 21st, 2003, 2005. There was a Vengeance press conference. June 21st, 2005. There was a Vengeance press conference. WWE Vengeance press conference. Edge, Lita, Christy Hemme, everyone was there. Joey Mercury with Johnny Nitro Molina defeated Heinrich Dimension. Paul London versus Charles Guerrero ended no contest for the Cruiserweight title. Muhammad Hassan with Devar defeated The Big Show. Rey Mysterio defeated Eddie Guerrero. And 2015, June 21st, Tough Enough premiered. Tough Enough premiered. Yep, the debut of Tough Enough premiered on Tough Enough debuted. And on the USA Network. And WWE main event, June 23rd, 2015. Neville defeated Heath Slater. The Ascension defeated Damon Sandow. Macho, Mizdow, and Exomania. Sounded goofy. R-Truth and sounded terrible. Gimmick is terrible. R-Truth and Damien and R-Truth defeated Adam Rose or Rosa Mendez. Luke Harper defeated Cesaro. And that's it. So that'll do it for my review. And that'll do it for all the pop culture and history and everything. So first day of summer. Last Wednesday was the first day of summer. Last Friday was the first day of summer. June. Yeah, hold on. Wait, first day of summer. Yeah, June. Friday. That's Friday. Was the first day of summer. June 20th, 2025. So that will do it for all of you on my review for tonight's last night's terrible Monday Night Raw. So subscribe to me, Godfather Soldiers and Slimmy. Hit like, comment videos. I'm late as a late channel here, so I say I dress up a chair checker, sing like Lionel Richie, dance like James Brown. Hiding again in the hot tub, gonna make me sweat, gonna make me dry, gonna make me wet. Referring to Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown on Saturday Night back in the 80s. I never grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. So So all of you, hope all of you have a good morning. It's midnight. Y'all never grew up in, y'all was, if I'm gonna finish up, I never grew up in the 80s, I grew up in the 90s. I saw reruns of old school Saturday Night Live on Comedy Central when I was little. So so help all of you good morning. It's midnight. Give me some sleep. So subscribe to Godfather Soldier Slimming. Hope all of you good morning. And now I'm gonna close out some for all of you this morning in this midnight. This #1 hit single from the Pocahontas soundtrack. For all of you know that yesterday we celebrated its 40th anniversary. It's called "Colors of the Wind," sung by Vanessa Williams. So hope all of you good morning. And here's something to close out the show. "Colors of the Wind" in honor of Pocahontas' 30th anniversary. Yesterday, one of my favorite childhood movies by Vanessa Williams. So have a good morning, everybody. I'm out of here. Peace.